Okay, we're filming. Hey, everybody. Hi. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Outdoor Exposure. We are at the Switchback Loop Trail in Jim Thorpe, PA.
Nope. We're not in Jim Thorpe.
We are at the Switchback Loop Trail somewhere.
Hey everyone, Jay and Jen from Outdoor Exposure. Today we're hiking the Switchback Loop Trail in Summit Hill, Pennsylvania. And we are at the Mauch-Chunk Lake Park. And we're just getting started, so we'll check back in a few. But in the meantime, I'll give you a little view of where we're going. This is the very, very beginning. Really hot day. It's about 85 degrees right now, but it's a mix of clouds, but mostly sunny. So yeah, we'll check back in a few.
And we're also testing out some new gear this time. Some new GPS gear, some new water gear, and we'll let you know how those play out. So stick around for after the hike and we'll let you know how the new gear is panned out. All right, so we've reached the 5-mile tree marker, which is a thing. That's it, really. But so yes, so now we are going to go to Mount Pisgah. So we will check back in shortly or periodically and
Bring bug spray.
let you know. Yes, we've already learned in the first mile, bring the spray for bugs because they are in abundance at this point. So
It's very humid today, so sure that doesn't help.
So now we are on the upward leg of the journey. So we'll check back in a little bit and let you know how we're doing.
Hey everyone, we're still hiking the trail, the Mount Pisgah part of the trail, of the Switchback Loop Trail, which is about 4.5 miles long. And as soon as we get to the end of this particular part of the trail, we're going to stop and water up a bit and kick out some bug spray because these are vicious up here. But it is extremely humid today, as you can see by Jay's shirt. So the bugs are fierce. So if you're going to come in here like now, which is June, early June, through the summer, definitely bring some deep woods with you because these are vicious up here. It seems like the higher the elevation you go, the bigger the bugs get. So just remember that little point. Put it in your backpack now so you don't forget it later. But yeah, we're gonna stop up here in just a bit and we'll check back in with you. Okay, so we're still hiking on the Mount Pisgah portion of the Switchback Loop Trail, and we didn't quite make it to the end. We decided to stop here. We found a nice couple of boulders here to water up. It's extremely humid today, so we just took a break a little sooner than we planned, but yeah, so we're watered up. We took a couple layers off because the heat's atrocious today. But we're getting ready to do the rest of the trail here, and we'll
Get back to you.
check back in with you.
So we're still on the way to Mount Pisgah, and it's pretty cool. There's no blazes on this trail, so just be aware if you're thinking about doing it. There's no blazing on this trail, but it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's kind of hard to lose the trail here. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty well defined. It's a pretty well defined trail. So, but yes, just be aware. There's no blazing, no tree blazing. Just kind of you stick to the path that makes common sense. So, but yeah, overall so far not so bad. I think the worst thing that we're encountering right now was the humidity, but we were ready for it this time. We learn. And the bugs. The bugs were ferocious. They were, you know, icky, but we brought some deep woods with us, stopped, you know, watered up a little bit, sprayed ourselves down, and so far so good. So yeah, we'll just be checking back in as we get a little further. All right.
Well, we're still hiking the Mount Pisgah part of the trail. Seems a little longer than 4.5 miles, but whatever. And we've come across this part of the trail. That's my son, Tegan. Say hello. But just so you know, this is really the first quote-unquote challenging part of the trail that we've come across so far. The majority of it's been very flat, well maintained. Just waiting for him. I didn't want him in the... Hey everyone, so we came to the first fork in the road, if you will, and following the All Trails map, we did follow the path that went to some immediate elevation, which is what it shows on the All Trails. It's pretty flat and then all of a sudden it goes straight up, and we did take that part. However, when you get to the summit of that elevation, there's literally a fork in the road 3 different ways, and it's not marked at all. There's no trail blaze, there's no signs. So right now, we have no idea where we're going. It's still a trail. We took the path we are fairly certain is in the same direction we started, because we can still see the Lehigh Gorge over to our right, which is the way we started from. So at least we have some point of reference. But yeah, right now your guess is as good as ours where we are. I know we're not we're off the Mount Pisgah trail at this point, I'm assuming. So yeah, we'll keep you posted, but the trail we're taking is definitely overgrown just a tad. Yeah, so we'll certainly keep you posted and let you know where we end up. Hey everyone. So like I said before, we're completely off trail now, because once you get to the top of that elevation, it branches off into 3 different directions. There's no trailblazing, there's no signs whatsoever, and we apparently took the wrong trail. So we do have our maps with us, we do have our GPS. However, I would not rely solely on the All Trail map, because that's what we were using and we got lost. It's All Trails for this particular loop is not something really good to rely on. So we have our maps that we have our GPS, which thankfully we have a signal here. And yeah, so we are on a trail, as you can see. Jay's up ahead, scouting it out. But yeah, this just goes to show, you know, you never know what kind of things you're gonna run into. No markings, not knowing which way to go. But the first thing to do is just to not panic. Relax. As long as you have everything that you need, you have something to fall back on. And we can hear things out in the distance. We hear motorcycles, we hear a train, you know. So we're not that far away from civilization, so to speak. So we're not overly concerned. I'm sure we'll hook up to a trail here. But Google Maps seems to be our #1 choice of map usage for this particular trail. Just make sure you choose the walking option on it. And it tells you exactly where you are, exactly which way to go. And that's what we're using. So we'll check back with you in a few minutes and let you know what progress we're making. Hey everyone, so as it happens, the trail that we found ourselves on actually looped us back around to the elevation portion of the trail of the Mount Pisgah trail. And it's taking us back the trail that we came in. So again, just be aware of your surroundings. Don't panic. Like I said before, just make sure you have a map with you or a GPS.
Or a J.
Or a J.
Who knows how to work these things and can figure it out.
Or a compass.
Or a compass.
But yeah, our plan was to head south and hook up to the
Lens Trail.
The Lens Trail. But as it happens, it looped us back around to the Mount Pisgah Trail. So we're just following that back down. So the day didn't go as we hoped. Kind of angsty there for a little while, but everyone's cooled off. And so we're just heading back down. We'll check back with you in a bit. Hey guys, so we're at the end of the Switchback Loop Trail, and something caught our attention as we came to the end of it. Look. There's babies in the tree. Oh, they're all quiet now, but you can see them. They're so cute. Oh, there they go. That's cool. Just a little something. We thought it was really cool.
It was cool.
We'll check back in a bit. Hey everyone. We made it back to the car here at Lauk Chunk Lake Park. The day did not go as we had planned, but we did make it back in one piece, and we beat the weather. There's some storms rolling in, so that's a plus. But
yeah, we made a classic mistake, and that is we were relying heavily on a piece of technology as a guide, i.e. the alltrails.com little tracker app that they give you, which, you know, I'm not in the habit of bad-mouthing companies and when they put stuff out like that, but it served us zero function. It the entire time it was waiting for a GPS signal, which was rather ironic because my GPS was on my phone, Google Maps was running, and that was able to detect us. Map My Hike, another app that I use, was running, and that was able to detect us. And Relive, another app, was running, and that was able to detect us. But the alltrails.com one, the one that we were actually figuring would be the one, didn't perform at all. Didn't recognize GPS, didn't show us where we were, didn't show us where we were going, nothing. So that just goes to show why you always got to have a backup plan. Because of that, we got turned around and got off course a little bit, but we were both carrying maps of the trail and the area, as well as I had other GPS applications that were functioning properly. And between those items, we were able to get back on course and you know, complete a circuit. But it just goes to show, this is why you can't just say, oh well, I got my cell phone, I'll just pull up my GPS, and the app may not work. So this is why it's always important to have a compass, have maps, be familiar with the area to the best of your ability, because that GPS may not necessarily be doing it for you. So,
Very true.
recap of the trail. It's very cool, very straight, very level, except for one portion of it where you do make a climb.
Yes,
It goes from like 0 to like a 60-degree climb in feet. Not well marked, not well blazed. Nothing is marked, nothing is blazed.
No.
So you got to be aware of what's going on.
And you gotta know how to read a map or use a GPS, one of the two.
Yes.
There's no markings whatsoever.
So I mean, overall, it was okay. Not the best hike we've done, not the worst hike we've done.
Learning
So,
experience.
Definitely a learning experience. So that's it.
Yeah.
So enjoy the rest of the show.